Good day, beloved in the Lord. Welcome to Moment of Grace and Mercy. I'm Reverend Father Francis Adediga of the Catholic Archdiocese of Ibadan. The topic for our reflection today is submitting to the Lord. This topic is going to be based on the Gospel of Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. It says, "At that time, Jesus said, 'Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.'" Today, in Nigeria, we are facing a lot of difficulties. Many families are suffering from hunger. So many children are out of school because their parents have no means of keeping them in school. So many people have lost their jobs. Indeed, it is a difficult moment for us. But Jesus is inviting us that we should come to him, and he's going to give us rest. At this time of difficulty is a time to come to the Lord. But Jesus did not say that we should come to him alone. It is one thing to come to the Lord. It is another thing to accept from the Lord what he's going to give us. And what Jesus offers us is that we should carry his yoke. He said, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me." When we talk about yoke, it is important to understand what it means. For the Jews, yoke means submission. And that is why in the Judaism, they will talk about the yoke of the law, which means submission to the law. We talk about the yoke of the commandments, submission to the commandments, or the yoke of the kingdom of God, submission to the kingdom of God. So when Jesus says that we should take upon ourselves his yoke, it means that we must submit to him. That in difficult moments, there is temptation for many people to decide to go away from God, to begin to look for practices that are unchristian in order to make ends meet. Jesus is inviting us that we should come to him. We should take his yoke, and he's going to help us to overcome our difficulty. The yoke of the Lord is easy, and his burden is light. Everything we do at this moment, we must do with love. It brings to mind the story of a man who was on his way and met two brothers, two children. The older brother was carrying the younger one who was crippled. And while carrying him, this man saw both of them and told the older boy who was carrying the crippled brother, he said, "Oh, that burden must be very heavy for you." The boy replied, "He is not heavy because he's my brother." This older boy carried his brother with love, and so he never bothered about being heavy. And so when we do everything at this moment of difficulty with love, with submission to Christ, it will be easier for us. And we know that God is always there to help us to carry our difficulties, to help us to face our challenges, and surely we shall overcome. New times shall come for us in Nigeria. We have reflected today on the topic submitting to the Lord, and I pray that the good Lord will continue to give us the strength to bear our burdens, will help us to overcome our difficulties. May God bless you abundantly. Thank you for your attention.